Hey everybody, Derek here to bring you another video for The Walking Dead Season 6. And what this video is going to be doing is providing a prediction for what I think JSS means. I won't say any more, just in case you guys have not been caught up yet with the episode. So, just a spoiler warning, if you have not watched the Season 6 premiere or the promo or the trailer for the next episode, and you do not want to be spoiled, do not watch the video because otherwise you will be spoiled. Okay. Of course, JSS is the episode title for the second episode of Season 6. That is what it is called, JSS. 3 letters. Now, the sneak peek of The Walking Dead's next episode did reveal, in a sense, where this title came from. And it came from Enid. And in this scene, Enid basically is inside of a car. And of course, there's some dust on the window, accumulating from, the environment and nobody cleaning it for a while. She's sitting in the car and she just writes JSS on the window. And that's all we see. She may write more, she may not. And obviously, you're sitting there wondering, well, what exactly is JSS? I have a couple of predictions on that to maybe indicate where the episode might be going with that. One possibility is that it might be an anagram for some kind of a phrase or something. I was thinking about phrases that may be applicable, and I thought about something like a phrase like "just stay strong," something like that. Maybe it is, an anagram or an abbreviation for a phrase. You notice that it seems like lately in social media, when we text, we really do use a lot of those. LOL, laugh out loud, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. We really have created a lot of those different anagrams, abbreviations, things that, we wouldn't necessarily have used many, many years ago. Not saying that's a bad thing, just saying that that's what we seem to be doing. And it seems to be something that is prevalent amongst the younger generation, individuals who are kids, teenagers, maybe, in their 20s right now. You see that more with them than you see with, like, people that are 40, 50, 60, generally speaking, So Enid would fall in that age bracket. That would make me think that she would be aware of various, phrases and sayings that are, listed in anagrammed or short verse. Now, I think that is very possible that she wrote something that is, an inspirational message. There may be, again, like something like "just stay strong," because it really does seem like Enid is in a very terrible situation. I truly believe that that is a flashback. I do not believe that that is taking place in the present, because we see in the previous part, she comes upon the car itself, and there's a walker that is laying out of the car, and you're almost led to think that it's just a dead body when it all of a sudden, just starts, moaning and moving, and Enid stabs it. And as a result, you see her, I think she killed it, and then it's laying there, and she, writes the letters on the window, saying JSS. Now, again, that could be her in a very tough time, reminding herself to stay strong, to continue to survive. She can do this, and that maybe there is something out there for her that she can find later. We did hear information that Enid's past would be explored a little bit, and I think that this is definitely a flashback. So again, this may just be something that she wrote to remind herself. People look at things all the time for inspiration, pictures, some kind of token, a memorial, things like that. People use those kind of things for inspiration all the time, and I think it's very possible that her writing that may provide her with some inspiration. There's another possibility that I thought about, though, and that is that it could be the initials for somebody's name. I don't think we know Enid's last name. So it is very possible that Enid, might have a last name that begins with the letter S. And that it's very possible that, the person that she, was writing that about, or maybe the walker that she killed may have been somebody that she knew. That maybe there's a scene later or earlier in the episode with her parents, which we have heard that we may be introduced to her parents in a flashback. And there may be a very good chance that her parents are dead, that walkers attacked, bandits attacked, something might have attacked. They may have sent her away to, to safety, and they stayed behind and sacrificed themselves to save their daughter. And it may be that she goes back, sees that her parents are dead, and, writes that down, as in a sense a memorial. You see people doing that all the time. You remember back to season 4, episode 15, Us, that walker that was in the van, you had that message that said, please leave mama alone, or something like that, just because they didn't want anything to happen to her, Of course, they didn't see the message until after Abraham killed the walker, and no offense, but I'm not going to leave a walker alive, okay? That's just not something that you would want to do. So people, may leave various different messages, so that's a possibility. Or it may have been the initials of the walker that she killed. Maybe she hasn't killed many walkers. Maybe she hasn't had a lot of experience with acting out, and having to kill things. And, some people do the most, I wouldn't call them, weird or obscure. It's not that. Practices, if you will. That they do various things when they come across, various different situations. I've heard of people who, if they would encounter an animal in the woods, that they would bury it. I've heard of people doing that. Or, various different individuals, when, not to get too, grotesque or nothing, but, sometimes if people do come home or they go somewhere and they find that somebody's passed away, something that is very customary is to close the person's eyes. That is just something that we do. We close a person's eyes if they have passed on. And, that just may be Enid's way of dealing with the situation, that she doesn't want to forget about this. She doesn't want the person to fade into obscurity. So maybe she does write the initials of the person. Maybe they had a wallet. We've seen that they have, at times back in Guts, whenever they killed that walker and, cut the body parts off to, put the guts on them, they pulled the wallet of the person out and read their name and had a little bit of a memorial. So that's not obscure either. I don't think that that's anything that would be unnatural, and I think that we may see that happen, and that may be what JSS stands for. The only other possibility that I can think of is that JSS means, maybe just it's a picture, it's the start of some kind of a picture or something. You ever seen where somebody will draw like some kind of a random shape and then they'll expand on it, and it turns out they had a bigger picture in mind? That might be what they're doing there. I find that to be the least likely solution, but you just never know. They may have some kind of an idea to expand on it, like it starts out as JSS and instead it turns out to be some kind of, picture of the beach and a sunset, something silly like that. I mean, it might be that, but I'm not as convinced of that. I just think there might be a couple of other possibilities, but I think that more likely JSS is either the initials of somebody that she knows, like her mother, her father, the body of the walker, or it means some kind of phrase. So again, like how LOL means laugh out loud, maybe JSS means just stay strong, something like that, something that keeps her motivated. So those are my thoughts on what JSS means. I can't wait to see what we may find out about it. So with that, I'm going to bring this video to a close. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to leave them. Feel free to subscribe. I do have more videos coming. And if there are any suggestions that you guys have for future videos that you would like to see, please do not be afraid to suggest them. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much for watching.